sector is clear.
Give us everything we got! Always!
Hey there guys, Takasi here, aka JediBro95. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. In this video is going to be my final ever Battlefront 2 video, unless I decide to come back and revisit it for a throwback video later on in the future. I can't keep doing this game as a threshold for content anymore for my channel, because when I play this game just brings out so much rage and frustration in me that I find myself thinking some days, do I even want to play this game? Because of how annoying and frustrating this game can be, and this game is on someone like myself. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the game for what it is, and I'm so glad that it had the turnaround and the legitimacy and now the mainstream press that it is getting. I'm glad that it's finally getting the attention that the good attention that it didn't get in the beginning of this game. However, now we're at a point where instead of us saying congrats to EA to DICE for turning around a game, we're now sitting here going, how much longer does this game have before the player population completely dwindles and this game is going to die? You know, and I know EA's figures are showing that Battlefront 2 currently has over 10 million active players. I think it's what it was, 14 million. Last time I heard, it was like in the over 10 million players, which is crazy in and of itself and hilarious to me, because I see all these people. I see DICE pulling DICE and EA is pulling support from DICE for Battlefront 2. Claiming that, you know, they're basically there's no more reason to make content, you know, our vision is complete. Yet there's still millions of people playing this game every day. And it's just crazy to me that DICE is willing to just abandon a game that is starting to get popular again. But let me go on a bit of a bigger rant here on why I'm no longer going to be putting videos out on this game, and why I'm going to be just basically stop playing Battlefront 2 more hardcorely than usual. The first reason is the lag and the latency. Now, latency, for those of you that are unaware of it, basically it's how long it takes for both parties, like you and an opponent, to register to see the same thing. Basically, if I'm to use a force push on you, how long would it take for your connection to register that as something that is happening on your game? So basically, yeah, when it pops up on your screen, when I finish it on my screen, how long does it take to pop up on your screen? Essentially. Now, if I'm wrong, obviously, I apologize. But, so, the latency in this game is by far one of the worst I have ever seen in my entire life when it comes to when it comes to online multiplayer games. I have had situations consistently where I will be in a situation where I should be away from being hit by somebody or out of the range of a force ability, and yet I still get hit by both. Like, literally just a couple hours ago, because I was making this video, I'm making this video at about 4:40 in the morning my time, which I don't know what that's going to be on your time. So if you don't know, then well, I apologize. But I was playing Battlefront 2 about maybe an hour and a half ago, give or take. And I was playing as Ray, and there was a Kylo Ren behind me, and I dodged out of the way because I knew he was going to freeze me in place, because when a lot of people like to use their abilities when their back's to you. So I was trying to get out of the way so that way Kylo wouldn't be able to freeze me, and maybe I'd be able to get a couple of shots in from behind, and I think I was maybe able to kill him or something, I can't remember. But I dodged out of the way, and I was clearly beside or behind Kylo Ren at the time. But for some reason, the game still froze me in place, and I ended up dying. Which, you know, again, that's frustrating. Also, what's also really frustrating is when you're playing as fucking Boba Fett, and you're jumping in the air trying to avoid being hit, but you're still getting hit. While I was trying to get gameplay for my 5 tips on Boba series, I had so many times where I'd be in the fucking air, and I would still get hit by a person on the ground with a lightsaber. Didn't matter if it was Anakin, Obi-Wan, Luke, Yoda or Rey. It didn't matter. I jumped in the air, started to fly away on my jetpack, and I maybe got off the ground about maybe 15, 20 feet, and then they would hit me, and then I would die. And I would get so frustrated, and it's just so frustrating because, again, the input lag is just so bad in this game. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the lightsaber combat. Yes, this is getting its own thing, because when I first started playing the lightsaber combat, when I first started the game up, and even till about maybe a month and a half ago, I was like, you know what, the lightsaber combat's not that bad, you know, whatever, and shit like that. But then I played Jedi Fallen Order, and I realized how bare bones and simple and not undisciplined, what's the word I'm looking for? Untidy, I guess is the word. And how untidy the lightsaber combat in Battlefront 2 is. First of all, again, the input lag is just so annoying. Second is the stun locks. Oh my Jesus Christ, do I hate these fucking stun locks. Stun locks are just so fucking stupid and annoying that it makes me want to go outside and just kick a fucking tree. The goddamn stun locks literally ruin lightsaber combat some days. If you don't know what a stun lock is, guys, basically a stun lock is where you hit somebody with a lightsaber attack, and you are unable to either move, dodge, or block, or do anything for like a second. Now, that may not seem like much, but when you consider the fact that you're in a fast-paced game where you're swinging lightsabers, trying to get kills, and shit like that, yeah, it can become pretty hectic and pretty fucking annoying. So, that's what really pisses me off, gentlemen, about is the stun locks. I hate the stun locks in this goddamn game. Also, the stun abilities. I freaking hate the goddamn stuns. In my opinion, the stuns are for the noobs that are complete garbage at this game and don't know how to play it. Great examples are Captain Phasma, who is the ultimate noob hero. I fucking hate that goddamn bitch. I made the video for Captain Phasma on her 5-tip series, and I was going to release that next, but I decided, you know what, let me make this video, because this video is much more enjoyable for me, and, you know, it won't make me consider, you know, jumping into a freaking river. Because I just fucking hate Phasma. She is so goddamn easy to use for new players. All you do is just plant your little dildo bot, and that's it. You just sit in that area, and you wait. You don't do anything else, and it's so fucking annoying and a bad way to teach players how to play the game. And it's especially annoying because her droid is also a stun bot. It basically stuns you when you try to get close to her, which is all kinds of bullshit. And in my opinion, she should not have that stun droid. I don't know what other ability they could have put in for Phasma for her third ability, but the droid was definitely the worst idea ever. I fucking hate that droid, and I hate Phasma with all my being. I cannot stand her. Second person closest to it is Iden Versio. Oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. Her stun droid is the definition of cancer. Like, oh my Jesus Christ. Especially when you're going up against sweaty Idens that are rolling all over the place, fucking shooting ultimate fire at you, which is just dumb. Like, But no, like, the stun effects in this game, gentlemen, in my opinion, they are to basically give bailouts and give advantages to new players that they do not deserve, because new players don't deserve anything. New players should learn how to play this game properly instead of relying on pathetic stuns and stun locks in order to win fights. And there will be so many times where I lose a fucking lightsaber battle to a lower tier hero. Like recently there have been a lot of players that have come to Battlefront 2 because of it being free for PlayStation Plus last month, which was, you know, it's all fine and dandy and shit. But there have been plenty of times I'd be losing lightsaber combat matchups to fucking like level 15 heroes, and it's because of the goddamn stuns and stun locks. Also, it's because, you know, for some reason I'm entering a battle with like low health. Well, actually, no, I know why. It's because I fucking win a lightsaber battle and then I'm stuck with like 230 health at the end of it. I don't fucking know. But, like, there's just so many times where I lose a fucking lightsaber battle to the low-ass ranked heroes because, again, the game puts, like, because of the stun locks or the fucking stun effects in and of themselves because of the goddamn heroes like Iden and Phasma. Ugh. Then the fact that, pardon me, then the fact that this game is literally built for spam swinging. There is no punishment for spam swingers in this fucking game. Like, if there was really punishment for spam swinging, if the game didn't really promote spam swinging, they wouldn't have stamina cards for heroes. Count Dooku wouldn't need a stamina card. Vader wouldn't need a stamina card, which, actually, he really doesn't have a stamina card like that. It's more of like a deflection stamina card, but, like, nevertheless. Luke doesn't need a stamina card, which wouldn't have a stamina card. Anakin wouldn't have a stamina card, although it's a build-up stamina one. Obi-Wan wouldn't have one. And it's a blocking one, which in my opinion is worse than the attacking one, because Obi-Wan's blocking stamina is ungodly. Like, this game is literally designed to cater to spam swingers. And that takes no skill, gentlemen. It takes no skill to spam swing and keep repeatedly pressing the R2 button. It does not take any skill, guys. Okay, I've been trying to remain calm. Next, gentlemen, that we're going to be talking about that are really starting to irk me is the bugs and the glitches. Now, these are not just the present ones, but these are also past ones that took forever to fucking complete, or that were completely game-breaking, or are completely game-breaking and are ruining the game right now. So the big ones that are ruining the game for me right now is basically Anakin and Darth Maul are completely buggy heroes in and of themselves. Darth Maul's chokehold hit detection is garbage. His flow motion attack doesn't even connect properly. If you block after you use his spin attack, it does not work, which is... oh, that's so annoying. Especially when you're trying to close the distance on a blaster hero, and then they're shooting at you, and you think you're blocking, and then all of a sudden, boop, you're dead. And again, you just rage at the game because, you know that DICE isn't going to fix this shit. And they never will. And now with Anakin, like, he has literally become unusable with his heroic might and retribution abilities. His heroic might and retribution, you get knocked out of the animation a little bit every now and then now, which is frustrating because you're not supposed to be. When you use those abilities, gentlemen, you're supposed to be immune to all force powers, all abilities, and all types of stuns. You are supposed to be immune from everything and take up to 90% damage reduction. But for some reason, they added it into the game where you basically can knock Anakin out of that situation, which doesn't make any sense because, again, that is what Anakin is supposed to be able to do. He's supposed to be able to protect himself while he's in that animation, but you can't. Next, gentlemen, for the bugs, we have the biggest game-breaking bug, in my opinion, which, actually, it's not even my opinion, it's just a straight-up fact. The biggest game-breaking bug, gentlemen, is Grievous's Claw Rush. It is the most broken thing in Battlefront 2, and I would even dare to say it's one of the most broken things I've ever seen in my time in gaming, because it's in a multiplayer gaming. Because Grievous's Claw Rush, basically, if you pull out Grievous's Claw Rush, you don't have an excuse to. If you pull out a Grievous, you don't have any excuse to lose an HVV match. You have zero excuses to lose that match because Grievous's Claw Rush is so goddamn good that you can literally turn any losing situation into a winning one unless the situation in question is just so unwinnable. Like if you're down 15 to if you're down like if the other team has like 30 and you're like 15, then yeah, I would say that situation's unwinnable. But even then, I would even argue you probably could make it a lot closer because of how good Grievous's Claw Rush is now. Also, light side blaster heroes, don't get me wrong, I don't like using blaster heroes, but light side blaster heroes literally do not stand a chance now. They are completely useless. Everyone on the light side is now forced to use sabers because of how powerful Grievous's Claw Rush is. And it's so goddamn dumb that DICE is never going to be able to fix that because EA pulled the support for the fucking game. And it just doesn't make any freaking sense whatsoever, gentlemen. Oh, God. Like, it makes you wonder, like, what is EA doing when they say, when they pulled the support for the game? What is EA trying to accomplish here? Like, what type of shit are you trying to prove, EA? Like, what are you doing over there to make it so that way you cut out the... cut the support for this game. Like, what are you trying to do? Oh. But just so goddamn annoying how broken things are in this game, and it's just sad how we're never going to get a fix for them. Also, hero balancing in this game was way too complicated than it should have been. Like, Jesus Christ, hero balancing in this game was terrible. Anakin was broken upon launch. Dooku was underpowered. Obi-Wan Kenobi was decent, but decently good upon when he launched. Darth Vader was still the most broken thing in the game. Grievous is now disgustingly broken. Like, there is no balancing in this game, gentlemen. And again, it's just so annoying when people pick the same heroes over and over again. Like, literally every Darkseid team either has a Vader or a Grievous. Like, no different in between. And if you don't have one in your lobby, just wait. You're gonna get a Grievous or a fucking Vader eventually. And then with the light side, every team has a fucking Luke or a Leia. Okay, maybe not as much as you would see a Vader and a Grievous, but you definitely would see a Luke and a Leia on the light side for heroes, because they're just the best heroes on the light side, other than possibly Han Solo. They're just overall the best heroes in those on the light side, and it's okay. I've ran it for a damn near 20 minutes, and I haven't even touched on some other things that really piss me off. Next, gentlemen, quick, I'm not going to try to make this too much longer. Next, gentlemen, we have just a neglect in certain game modes. You know, DICE just completely neglected Galactic Assault after the summer of 2018, which, you know, at first I was like, you know what, I don't really care. But, again, like, maybe not for me, but for other Galactic Assault players that like playing the mode, this was a bit of a shame, because it is something that a lot of people like to play. And I can understand why. It's a fun mode. The matches are short. The lobbies are less chaotic. You know, the missions are fun. Like, overall, Galactic Assault, you know, it is fun when you're not going up against a team of sweaty nerds. But, you know, that game mode was completely left for dead. Starfighter Assault got no content at all this year, which was, you know, that was just dumb. Starfighter Assault got no content at all. Strike and Blast, the smaller game modes, those got neglected all the fucking time. The entire time. Pardon me. They got neglected the entire time. Like, game modes just being neglected, gentlemen, were just, you know, that was one of the bigger turnoffs for players in this game, was the fact that, you know, modes were just now being completely thrown by the wayside and scrapped. But anyways, gentlemen, sorry for that. This has been a bit of a long video, and I do apologize for that. But I just wanted to get this off my chest because, you know, for a company that says that their vision is complete on Battlefront 2, I can't help but agree with a lot of people when they say that your vision is flawed, because it is, DICE. Your vision is flawed. How can you sit there and say that your vision on this game is complete when you have game-breaking bugs still polluting your game, when you have content that wasn't given to people and was left completely on the table, when you have a game mode that's literally catered to casual and noob players because of certain star cards. Like, in my opinion, gentlemen, this game, it deserved better. And the fact that it's never going to deserve better is why I can't keep supporting this game anymore. Now, you've probably been sitting there wondering throughout the entire video, oh, what do you plan to do, gentlemen? Well, if you may or may not recall, if you have been here for a while, you may recall, gentlemen, I was a 2K YouTuber in a former life. I used to be an NBA 2K YouTuber from mid to late 2K16 all the way until this past December, where I decided to stop being a YouTuber, and then I came back as a Battlefront one. I'm just gonna go back and be a 2K YouTuber, gentlemen, because you know, at least there I'll be able to get lots of content, get some games in. Me and my buds all play 2K, so we can get some hilarious live commentaries of us playing Team or the Rec Center. Maybe I could stream some Team Pro-Am games for 2K21 when the game comes out. Hopefully 2K21 will be good. I'm hoping so, to be honest. This year was less than stellar. 19 was ruined by the community. 18 was complete garbage, and 17 was trash. Yes, it was. Don't fight me. I might make a video on that, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just ranting here at this point. I'm just spitballing and going all over the place. But anyways, guys, I do thank you guys for watching this rant video, and keeping up with me. If you did like the video, gentlemen, and you did agree with everything I said, and you have other things you want to add, do not be afraid to let me know in the comment section below, gentlemen. Also, with that being said, subscribe if you guys do want to see 2K content. But with that, after a very long video, goodbye, Battlefront. I'm out.